Talk show host Wendy Williams' marriage to manager Kevin Hunter has been bombarded with rumors for years. While the Hot Topics guru insists everything is great at home, there are a lot of moving parts to their marriage that give us some pause. The oddest things about Wendy Williams' relationship or lack thereof. She caught him having an affair. In her autobiography Wendy's Got the Heat, the Queen of Radio Tells All, Williams maintained Hunter messed around during their marriage. At a 2013 interview with Vlad TV, she went into a little more detail, revealing that she found out Hunter was allegedly cheating on her in 2000, just after she had given birth to their son. As Williams tells it, she heard about the infidelity through a late-night telephone call and some clandestine whispering. "You see, I'd already had the baby, so once you deliver a baby, the mother doesn't get much sleep anyway. So I overheard some shady conversation from the next room, and I thought to myself, who's he talking to? I tiptoed and I crept, and I heard what I heard, and I was like, well, okay, so this is how it's going down." Her parents were there when she busted him. Williams told Vlad TV that her parents were visiting when she captured her husband fooling around. "They were planning on staying for 3 months until I went back to work. They were right in the house in the center of all that. I think one of the smartest things I could have done was only call them in terms of everything they may have overheard." Williams explained, "I never went to my mom and spoke to my mom about it. I never spoke to my dad about it. This is a problem that was between me and Kevin. They minded their own business, and we treated." She added, "It is not just me who is healed. My mother and dad played with their position. And love him like he's their own son today. Just love him, respect our marriage, understand how hard we go for our love, and when they hear enthusiastic talk in our house, they know to mind their own business." She forgave, but did not forget. Williams forgave Hunter because of his indiscretion, telling Vlad TV, "I know this is cliché, but the cheating episode has made my marriage stronger." Nevertheless, she admitted that it did change their dynamic. "I am not back to the woman I was before him, because when you get stung like that, you never go back to who you were," she said. "Only a fool does. But I love him, and he loves me, and we addressed it head-on, and it was a mutual decision to reveal this in my 2001 autobiography, Wendy's Got the Heat." She added, "If you told me when I was 25 or 30 years old that I would have stayed around for a cheater, I'd have been like, you's a liar. You're lying. I've got way too much to offer a guy to stick around for him cheating on me. Now, at that particular time, I had my career in radio, I had my great wages, I'd vacation property of my very own, the world was my oyster. So I definitely thought I wasn't staying around for some cheatin'," she said. "But I did, and I don't regret it, and I really do think it's a double standard with cheating. I believe that you men are sometimes so Neanderthal, that you could never put up with your girl cheating, a guy putting paws on your meat. But women have got to manage that fact, many of us, at some point in our lives." She doesn't think cheaters should confess. Whether Hunter has remained loyal may forever remain a mystery, particularly if he follows Williams' advice. "For people who do cheat, unless you are busted cold busted, take it to your grave," she told Vlad TV in 2013. "Don't get all Mother Teresa on me and start confessing. I'm not condoning it, but all I'm saying is, what is the purpose of telling? Because all you're doing is hurting feelings. No one is giving you an award for admitting that you cheated." She added, "What I am saying is that if I cheated on Kevin, I would not tell him. He is rumored to be very controlling." As her manager and also as her husband, Hunter is supposed to maintain Williams on a tight leash, which could allegedly trigger tension behind the scenes in her talk show. Kevin makes all the decisions and has become increasingly controlling as the series has become a success, a source told the New York Daily News in July 2013. He insists that show questions be conducted by him. The source also claimed Hunter made Williams alter her mobile number so as to be less available to the show's staff and hired a new driver who reports to him directly. The insider said, "Wendy is smart. No one can understand why she doesn't tell him to F off. He's making everyone's lives miserable and is causing problems on an otherwise great show." The source also claimed that when Williams made her Broadway debut in Chicago in July 2013, Hunter sorted through all the gifts and cards from fans and only gave Williams a small portion of them, adding, "He thinks she is being bothered and believes he's searching for her, but Wendy loves her fans. In August 2016, the tension reportedly worsened. A source told Enjoy B. Scott, show execs want Hunter fired from the show. Wendy is in full support of his exit amid their major marital issues. Things have gotten so bad that she's seriously considering filing for divorce. He had been accused of harassing one of her staffers. Talent booker and publicist Nicole Spence, who worked for Williams and Hunter on the Wendy Williams Experience, sued Williams and Hunter for sexual harassment in 2008, the Associated Press reported. Spence claimed Hunter sexually propositioned her in late-night telephone calls, and when she didn't give in to his demands, he threatened her. TMZ reported that Spence maintained Williams encouraged Spence to give in to Hunter, even offering to take her shopping to dress more provocatively. The allegations do not stop there. Spence also accused Hunter of physically abusing Williams at work. I also feared Mr. Hunter because he attacked Miss Williams at or near the WBLS studio, Spence alleged in her complaint via the New York Post. In one instance, Mr. Hunter stormed into the studio, required that other employees leave and publicly physically abuse Miss Williams, pinning her against the wall with his hand around her throat, choking her while pounding his fist into the wall directly by her head. Both Williams and Hunter denied the allegations. Her allegations are totally false. This bee is out of her mind, Williams told the New York Post. The Daily Mail reported that the $5 million suit was later settled out of court for an undisclosed amount. He's rumored to be living with a mistress. In September 2017, the Daily Mail published a bombshell report alleging that Hunter was stepping out on Williams for more than a year with a massage therapist named Sharina Hudson, and that Hunter had even purchased Hudson a $765,000 home not far from the $2 million land he shares with Williams in New Jersey. The Daily Mail reportedly kept tabs on the situation for more than a year, even photographing Hunter's name inside the mailbox at Hudson's house and catching him spending about half of his evenings at Hudson's home and half in the mansion he shares with Williams. A source told the Daily Mail, Kevin is with Sharina 3 or 4 times a week, often staying over. They go to the gym together, they go out to restaurants together as though they are a normal couple. But then he goes home to Wendy like everything is normal there, too. He's living a double life. The source added, Kevin and Sharina do go out in public together, there's a steakhouse Kevin likes to go to, but they mainly remain in the home and hang out. Kevin is not a touchy-feely person, so you'd never see them kissing or hugging in public, and if they ever see anybody she knows the drill, he introduces her as his sister. Kevin has pretty much trained her so she knows what to do. The other woman's single-quote parents could be involved. Hudson's family allegedly knows about the affair and does not approve. Her parents do not like the situation, they want him to step up and leave his wife and commit his future to Sharina. They want toddlers, an insider told the Daily Mail. Kevin has told Sharina that he will choose her finally, but her family believe he's just stringing her along. Kevin enjoys Sharina just as much as he loves his wife, so that it's difficult for him to give up either of them. Sharina has put a lot of pressure on him to depart Wendy and he's made certain promises, but will he follow through? While Hudson may not be able to rely on Hunter for a dedication, the source noted, Kevin supports Sharina financially. She resides in his place rent-free and he's bought her various diverse cars and nice clothes and jewelry. Is Williams turning a blind eye? The Daily Mail reported that Williams never questions her husband about his whereabouts because Hunter wears the pants. Kevin runs the show in their marriage and Wendy never concerns him on where he's been, the source said. He told Wendy that he was going on a business trip for a couple of days. She didn't question it at all. Here's why that's weird. His main job is to be her manager, so would not she have known what business trip he was on? A source said Williams genuinely isn't concerned because she knows Hudson personally. Frankly, Wendy and Kevin have been together for over 20 years. They're also business partners and he manages much of her empire, an insider told Radar Online. Wendy is not worried about this at all. She isn't getting a divorce, and she's just fine. Williams' rep also denied the allegations, telling E! News, 1 + 1 does not equal 3. This girl is a friend. She addressed cheating rumors on her show. After the Daily Mail story broke, Williams didn't exactly shy away from the allegations on her show, though she didn't mention the story or cheating rumors specifically. It's weird doing hot topics and being a hot topic, Williams admitted during the section on September 26, 2017. "It's some type of bizarre story going around the net regarding my husband. Look, I am a straight shooter. Pow pow. All you've got to do is Google him and you see the story. You can believe what you want, but I stand by my guy." She held up her hand to flaunt her massive diamond engagement ring and wedding ring. "We commuted together this morning. All is well in Hunterville. Don't believe the hype, and when there was hype, believe me I would let you know." She added, joking, "I'll be following this story, so I guess I'll have to watch to discover what happens." She may be putting her foot down. A source told Hollywood Life that despite not being worried about Hunter's relationship with Hudson, Williams does need them to quit hanging out so much. Wendy is embarrassed over her husband Kevin's most current cheating allegations, the insider said. She believes in him but wants him to be careful with what he does. Wendy doesn't want to be hurt or publicly humiliated by her guy ever again, so he cannot put himself in situations that look bad. Wendy also wants him to cut all ties with Sharina. She doesn't want to ever hear about him being with her again. No meetings, lunches, texts or calls. Period. A source also told the site, Wendy is putting on a really brave face for the cameras, but behind the scenes she is furious. She can't believe that Kevin would put her into a situation like this, and she's utterly mortified. Kevin swears blind that he was not romantically involved with Sharina, but he's cheated on her before, so Wendy can't help thinking there's some truth to the accounts. They already had trust issues, and this latest scandal has just added more fuel to the fire. She does not want to end things, but she will if she has to. She's defended him in the past, but does not need to experience anything like that ever again. She claims she is against open marriages. If you are wondering if Williams and Hunter have some type of understanding or arrangement that will give him the freedom to spend the night with other women, that is reportedly not true. She told Vlad TV in 2013, "I'd never have an open relationship. I believe that is a recipe for failure." Williams said she knows couples who have been in open relationships. "For the life of me, I'd never do this," she said. As the women have gotten older, because we're all around 50, they've slowed down on this notion and the husbands still want it, so it's created a small dissension. To put it differently, it was cute and funky and fly when everyone's 35 years old, but now, damn, you are 50 and you have children, and some of the women don't want an open connection anymore. However, the horse has left the stable. How are you going to dial back? I don't know.